Okay. To warm up, open the feet. For the circle. 1, 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. Other foot. 1, 2, 3. Change the direction. 1, 2, 3. Let's get feet together. Hands and knees. 1, 2, 3. And change the direction. 1, 2, 3. Open the feet. Hands on the hips. Pay attention, hips. 1, 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. Get the elbows up. Pay attention to the back. 1, 2, 3. Arms up. 1, 2, 3. Let's get the shoulders. Pay attention, shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. Let's work on the elbows. 1 and 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. Let's work on the hands. Now we pay attention. 1, 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. Get the hands on the hips. Now we shake the head. 1, 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. Let's get the hands, arms up. Chin up. Upper back stretch. Let's go forward. Lower back relax. Knees straight. The hand down. 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 We do this again. Put the hands, arms up. Chin up. Upper back stretching. Looking up. Feel taller. Good. Let's go forward. Lower back, relax. Knees straight. Hands down, down, down. Lower back, loosen up. Upper back, drop down. Head, arms, drop down. We do this again. Hands, arms up. Chin up. Upper back, stretch out. Looking up. Feel taller. Good. Let's go forward. Lower back, relax. Knees straight. Hands down, down, down. Lower back, loosen up. Upper back, drop down. Head, arms, drop down. Let's do one more time. Slowly up. Chin up. Upper back stretching out. Looking up. Feel taller. Head extension up. Wonderful. Let's go forward. Lower back and relax. Knees straight. Hands down, down, down. Lower back loosen down. Upper back drop down. Head, arms, drop down. Good. Slowly up. Let's get the feet together. Hands on knees. And we pay attention to this. 1, 2, 3. Let's open the feet. The hand in front, back straight. Pay attention to this again 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Hands down, down, down. We should be separate. Now we'll do breathing, practice meditation. We always we said all the time the whole body loosened up extend. That's for tendons, ligament loosened up extend. Like 1,200 tendons, ligament there. Since last week we mentioned a little bit every joint loosened up extend. Every joint loosened up extend. There are 230 joints, about that much. So hand like one hand like 13 joints there. You get to loosen up, every joint loosened up. Hand may easy, other part joints not easy. Shoulders. Shoulder have so many joints inside. You get loosen up extend, not this way. It goes sideways. Also, I have other one. This area joints loosen up extend. This 2 part is difficult part. When I said loosen up extend or joint, you try hands or shoulders or both hips. You can try that. Sometimes I remind you, we study going to work on that one. Okay, let's do breathing now. Open the feet, back straight, shoulder relax, elbows relax, hands relax, feel whole body relax. Just pay attention. Breath in and breath out. What? Hands palm upwards. Breath in. The hands down. Breath out. What? Hands palm upwards. Breath in. The hands down. Breath out. What? Open arms. Breath in. And breath out. What? Hands all over. Pay attention. Breath in and breath out. What? Breath in and breath out. Do by yourself for 1 minute. Now let's do together. Breath in and breath out. What? Hands palm upwards. Breath in. The hands down. Breath out. What? Hands palm upwards. Breath in. The hands down. Breath out. What? Open arms. Breath in. And breath out. Hands on. Pay attention. Breath in. Breath out. Do by yourself for 1 minute. Now let's do together. Breath in. Breath out. Hands palm upwards. Breath in. The hands down. Breath out. Open arms. Breath in. Breath out. Let's get ready. Practice meditation. Shoulder down. Elbow out. Hands loosened up. Extend. Breath in. Breath out. Head straight up. Feel taller. Whole body tendons, ligament loosened up, extend. Breath in. And breath out. What? Let's practice meditation. And fun. In meditate. Lower tummy to shoulders. Exhale from shoulders to open. Keep loosened up, extend. And fun. In meditate. Lower tummy to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Exhale upwards. Breathe in, meditate. Lower tummy to both shoulders. Exhale from shoulders to elbows, hands. In, meditate. Lower tummy to both shoulders. Exhale from shoulders to elbows, hands. In, meditate. Lower tummy to both shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Loosen up, extend. Please bend down, sitting down. Get the penny sensations. Lower tummy shoulders. Hand down, exhale, shoulders to elbows, hands. A second method. Hands front. In, meditate. Feet front. Shoulders. Exhale from shoulders to elbows, hands. You meditate, feet front up, shoulders. Keep body loosened up, stand. Exhale from shoulders to elbows, hands. Exhale upwards, you meditate, feet front. Exhale from shoulders to elbows, hands. You meditate, feet front up to shoulders. Exhale from shoulders to elbows, hands. You meditate, feet front. Hands go forward. Exhale from shoulders to elbows, hands. You meditate, feet front. Shoulders. Exhale from shoulders to elbows, hands. You meditate, feet front. Shoulders. Hand down, exhale from shoulders to elbows, hands. Let's pay attention. Hands palm upward, breath in. So hands down, breath out. One more time. Hands palm upward, breath in. So hands down, breath out. Open arms, breath in. Breath out, shoulder down, elbow out, hands loosened up, extend, breath in, breath out. Head straight up, feel taller, whole body tendons, ligament loosened up, extend, breath in, breath out. Feel joints loosen. Two, breath in, breath out. Let's practice office Tai Chi. We emphasize tendons, ligament loosen up, extend, and the joints loosen up, extend. Pay attention. In, breath in, breath out. Keep loosened up, extend. And front up. In, meditate. Lower tummy to push. Exhale to open. Loosen up, extend. With the sensations. In, meditate. Lower tummy to push. Exhale to elbows, hands. In, meditate. Lower tummy to push. Exhale from shoulders to elbows, hands. You meditate, lower tummy to push. Exhale to elbows, hands, loosen up, extend. You meditate, lower tummy push. Exhale to elbow, do meditation, have a sensation, keep loosen up, extend. One more time, here, lower tummy push. Exhale from shoulders to elbows and hands. You meditate, lower tummy to push. Exhale to elbows and hands. Relax the movement in right foot to shoulders. Keep loosen up, extend. Exhale to open. Join the loosen up, extend. In left foot to shoulders. Left step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. You meditate, left foot to push. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Right step out. Exhale into elbows, hands. You meditate, right foot to push. Exhale to elbows, hands. You left foot to push. Left step out. Exhale to elbow, hands. Do meditation. Keep loosen up, extend. In left foot to push. Exhale to elbow, hands. Joints loosen. Extend. In right foot to push. Right step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. One more time. You meditate. Right foot to push. Exhale to elbows, hands. You left foot to push. Left step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. You meditate. Left foot to push. Exhale to elbows, hands. You right foot to push. Right step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. Loosen up, extend. Relax the movement. You meditate. Right foot to shoulder. Super the tendons, ligament, loosen up, extend. With the sensations. Exhale to elbow, hand. Left step forward. You meditate. Left foot to push shoulders. Exhale from shoulders to elbow, hand. Right step forward. You meditate. Right foot to push shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. You right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Left step forward. You meditate. Left foot to push. Good. Exhale from shoulders and loosen up, extend with sensations. Right step forward. You right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. One more time. Joints, tendons, loosen up, extend. Left step out. You meditate. Left foot to push. Exhale to elbows, hands. And right step. You meditate. Right foot to shoulders. Flex the movement. Left foot point forward. Exhale to elbow, hand. You right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. You left foot to push. Exhale onto elbows, hands. You right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, tendons, ligament, loosen up, extend. You left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. You right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Hands only, in left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. You meditate. right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. One more time. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Slowly stand up. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to open. Feel taller. In lower tummy, left both shoulders. Exhale to open. Over the tendons, ligament loose. Stand in meditate. Lower tummy, left both shoulders. Exhale to open. Joints, tendons, ligament loosen up, extend. In lower tummy, running both shoulders. Exhale down to right foot, shoulder, elbow, hand. In lower tummy, left shoulders. Exhale down to left foot, shoulder, hand. In meditate, lower tummy to running shoulders. Exhale down to right foot, shoulder, hand. In meditate, lower tummy, left shoulders. Exhale down to left foot, shoulders, elbow, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, lower tummy. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Whole body loosened up, extend. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, lower tummy, left foot. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Every joint loosened up, extend. Try it. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, lower tummy, left foot. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, loosen up, extend. Joints, tendons. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, lower tummy, left. One more time. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. In meditate. Right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, lower tummy, left foot. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, lower tummy, left foot. In left foot to both shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. To meditation, have sensations. Right step. In meditate, right foot to shoulder, and loosen up, extend. In left foot. Exhale unto elbow, hand. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate, right foot to shoulders. Exhale into elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Left step forward. In meditate, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hand. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hand. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. One more time. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale into elbows, hands. Right step out. In meditate, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale into elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate, right foot to shoulders. Exhale into elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Loosen up, extend. Tendons, joints. Left step forward. In meditate, left foot to shoulders. Good. Exhale to elbow hands. In right for two shoulders. Exhale and two elbows, hands. In left for two shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left for two shoulders. Exhale and two elbows, hands. You meditate, left for two shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. 8 joints loosened up, extend. You meditate, lower tummy push. Exhale to elbows, hands. Let's pay attention. Okay? Hands palm upwards, breath in. Hands down, breath out. Open arms, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out. Let's pay attention over back, this area. Then, toes are hold on floor. You can feel good support from feet to the hips. Then you make this area a little bit out this way. Let it get the joints loosen up to sideways. We need that kind of loosen up. And most of the time, if you toes hold on the floor, you feel good support from feet up to hips. You're able to achieve the hips, joints, loosened up, extend. Some movement easy, we do easy movement first. Not do every movement. You don't have to do that. Okay? You are not just feel that push hold on floor, good support from feet to the hips. Then you can feel hips get loosen up, extend to sideways. Breath in, breath out. During the practice, I will remind you this part. We're going to right side direction, 103. Move to left side, room. Let's pay attention. Okay? Breath in, breath out. Slowly open your foot. Breath in, breath out. 8 toes on the floor. You can get the hips, get the neutral position. You can get any sensations. Feel the hips, loosen up, extend. The hands front up. In meditate, lower tummy to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. We stand left foot. We do right side direction, 103. Right step. In meditate, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Left step forward. In meditate, left foot to shoulder. 8 both toes hold the floor, go to support to the hip. Get the hip extend in right foot to shoulder. Exhale to open, feel the hips. Loosen up, extend in left foot to shoulders. Future position. Exhale to open, toes hold the floor, go to support, get the hips. In left foot to both shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Good. You meditate, left foot to both shoulders. Exhale to open, stand left foot, in right foot to shoulder, right step out. Exhale to elbow, hands. With the hands like clouds, lift your hands up, in right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to open, water loosen up, extend, in right foot to shoulder. Exhale to elbow, hands. In right foot to shoulders. That step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. You meditate, left foot to lower tummy. Exhale, lower tummy, right foot, lower tummy, shoulder up, hands. You right foot to shoulders, right step out. Exhale to open, toes hold the floor, go to support, get the hips, loosen up, extend, in right foot to shoulders. Turn. Exhale to elbow, hands. In left foot to shoulders, left step out. Exhale to open, toes hold the floor, go to support to the hip, hips loosen up, extend. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to open, in right foot to shoulders, right step out. Exhale to open, toes hold the floor. To the support, hips loosen up, extend, then prefer in meditate, left foot. Exhale, lower tummy, right foot, lower tummy, shoulder, elbow, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, left hand. Go to support, loosen up, extend hips, in right foot to shoulders, back. Exhale to elbow, hand, stand and right foot, in left foot to shoulders, left step. Exhale to elbow, hand, over the loosen up, in right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, left hand. Okay. Get the hips loosen up, extend. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, toes holding floor. Bottom feet go to support. Hips loosen up, extend. In 2 feet to shoulder. Right foot in. Exhale to elbow, hand. In left foot to both shoulders. Left step. Exhale to elbow, hand. Hips loosen up, extend. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Hips loosen up, extend. Neutral position, lower back. In left foot to both shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to both shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hand. Equal the hips loosen up, extend. In left foot to both shoulders. Face and the elbow. Exhale to elbow, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. In left foot to both shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Step back, repulse monkey. In right foot to shoulders. Right step back. Exhale to elbow, hand. Go to support, get the hip in, left foot to shoulder, hand step in the air, left step back. Exhale to elbows, hand. In right foot to shoulders, right step back. Exhale to elbow, hand. Good. In left foot to shoulders, exhale to elbow, hand, left foot back. Okay. Push out. Left step forward. In left foot to both shoulders. Exhale and 2 elbows, hand, head straight up. Whole body loosen up, extend. In left foot to shoulder. Exhale to elbow, hand. In left foot to both shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Loosen up, extend. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. In right foot to both shoulders. Right step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate. Left foot to both shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Right step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate. Right foot to both shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to both shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hand, push it forward. Loosen up, extend. In right foot to shoulder. Exhale to open. Joints, tendons, loosen up, extend. In left foot to push. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. You meditate, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands, left step forward. You meditate, left foot to shoulder, toes hold the floor, go to support, get the hip, loosen up, extend. Exhale to elbow, hand, keep the hips, stop, extend, in left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands, in left foot to shoulders. Exhale onto elbow, hand, loosen up, extend, in left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands, in right foot to shoulders, try to step out. Exhale to elbow, move hand out, in right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands, in meditate, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands, in left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands, in meditate, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to open to meditation, have a sensation in left foot to shoulder. Exhale to open in right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands in left foot to shoulders. Exhale to open 3, stand foot in right foot to shoulders. Right step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. You meditate, right foot to shoulder. That's it. Exhale to elbows, hands. You right foot to shoulders. Right step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. You left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Standing right foot. You meditate, left foot to shoulders. Loosen up, extend. Exhale to elbow, hands. Lower tummy. You left foot to shoulders. Pull up down. Exhale to elbow, hands. Over the loosen up, extend. You right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Tendons, ligament loose. Then in right foot. Exhale to elbow, hands. Joints loosen up, extend. In right foot to shoulders. Ready? Turn. Exhale to elbow, hands. Stand foot. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Left step forward. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Right step out. Exhale to elbow, hands. Left hand over part. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Push standing foot. Loosen up, extend. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Push your foot. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Right step forward. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Left hand pointing forward. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Standing right foot. Cross arms. In left foot to shoulder. Kick left. With exhale to elbow, hands. Lower tummy. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Standing left foot. Loosen up, extend. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. And then right. Bring roughly up. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Lower tummy. In left foot to shoulders. Turn. Put the foot down. Exhale to elbow, hands. Badly bent. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Whole body loosen up, extend. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to abhand, lower tummy. Good. Here, right foot to shoulders. Ready? Turn, exhale to elbows, hand. Push down the other foot, cross arms, a little kick. Here, left foot to push shoulders. Exhale to abhand, lower tummy. Here, left foot to push shoulders. Right step. Exhale to elbow, hand. Hey, toes are on the floor. Good support. Hips loosen up, extend. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hand. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to open. Toes are on the floor. Bottom feet support. Hips into feet to shoulder. Hips loosen up, extend. Exhale to elbow, hands. Here, right foot to shoulders. Left step. Exhale to elbows, hands. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Here, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Triangle single web. Here, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Here, right foot to shoulders. Right step out. Exhale to elbow, hand. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Loosen up, extend. Left step out. You meditate. Left foot to shoulders. Good. Exhale from shoulders. Elbow, hand. Keep sensations. Right step. You meditate. Right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Left step out. You meditate. Left foot to shoulders. Hey, get hips loosen up, extend toes. Exhale to elbow, hands. Right step forward. You meditate. Right foot to shoulders. Hips loosen up, extend. Exhale to elbow, hands. Left step forward. You meditate. Left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Every joint loosen up, extend. In left foot. Exhale to elbow, hand. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate. Left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. In right foot to shoulders. Right step. Exhale to elbow, hand. In right foot to shoulder. Hey, ready for triangles. Exhale to elbow, hand. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Point to triangle. Right step. In right foot to shoulder. Both feet toes hold. Exhale to elbow. Good support. Get hips, joints, loosen up, extend. In right foot to shoulder. Turn, exhale to elbows, hands. Left step out. Here, left foot to push on the toes. Exhale to open. Good support. Get the hips loosen up, extend. Here, left foot to push. Exhale to open. Stand up. Good. Right step out. Here, right foot to push. Exhale to open. Toes. Good. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Left foot. Here, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate. Left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Right step forward. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Left step forward. In meditate. Left foot to shoulder. Toes on the floor. Good support hips. In right foot to shoulder. Exhale to open. Feel hips, joints, loosen up, extend. In left foot to shoulder. Exhale to elbows, hand. In left foot to push. Exhale to elbows, hand. In meditate. Left foot to push shoulders. Exhale to open. Push down left foot. In right foot to shoulder. Right step out. Exhale to elbow hand. With hand out. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow hand. Please bend down. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow hand. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow hand. And here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow hand. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow hand. Two. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hand. Here, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hand. We stand left foot. Here, right foot to shoulders. Right step out. Exhale to elbow, hand. Left foot. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Push it down. Standing up. Here, meditate. Lower down, lovely posture. Exhale down to foot, shoulder up. And here, lower tummy, rally both shoulders. Step back with both monkey, flat foot. Exhale to up and body loop, the back loosen up, extend, here, left foot. Shoulders, left step back. Exhale to up and two. Here, right foot to shoulders, right step. Exhale to up and three. Here, left foot to push. Exhale to open. Stand on right foot back. Hand, left step out. Here, left foot to push. Exhale to elbow hand. Loosen the big extend. Here, left foot to shoulder. Exhale to open. Here, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to open, left hand down. Here, right foot to shoulders. Right step out. Exhale into elbows, hand, hips, loosen up, extend. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Here, left foot to both shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand, palm, push it forward. Here, right foot. Exhale to elbow, hand. Here, left foot to shoulders. Left foot step out. Exhale to elbow, hand. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Good. You meditate, right foot to shoulder, over the loosen up, extend, have exhale to open, every joint loose. And you meditate, left foot to shoulders, exhale to open, each special hips loose. Exhale to open, you left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hand, hips loosen up, extend, you left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. Good. Here, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Here, right foot to shoulders. Try to step out. Exhale to elbow, hand. With hand out. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Hey, we get the hips loosen up, extend. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. One. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hand. Here, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to up and two. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hand. Here, left foot to shoulders. Exhale to up and push down left foot. Here, right foot to shoulders. Right step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. Here, right foot to shoulders. Touch it. Exhale to elbows, hands. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to open, right hand. Good. Here, right foot to both shoulders. Exhale to open the waist down and right foot. Here, left foot to shoulder. Full body loosen up, extend. Exhale to elbow, hand. Here, left foot to both shoulders. Right step out. Exhale to elbows, hands. Here, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Left step out. You meditate. Left foot to shoulder. Toes on the floor. Go to support to the hip. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to open. Hips get loosened up. Extend. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Right step out. Exhale to open, loosen up, extend. In right foot to shoulders. Push it down. Exhale to elbows, hands. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to open, step forward, punch it. In left foot to shoulders. Left step back. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to open, right hand down, left hand down. In right foot to shoulders. Left hand and the right arm. Exhale to open from left shoulder back. Left knee bend forward. In right foot to shoulder. Ready? Turn. Exhale to elbows. Hand will stand in right foot. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. In left foot to shoulder. Hip left foot. Exhale to elbow, hand. In left foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hands. In 2 feet to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. Good. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Loosen up, extend. In left foot to shoulder. Exhale to elbow, hand. Joints, tendons, loosen up. And in right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate, right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In right foot to shoulders. Exhale to elbows, hands. In meditate, 2 feet to shoulders. Exhale to elbow, hand. Pay attention. Of arms, breath in, breath out. 8 toes on the floor. Good support. Get the hips sideways loosened up. Extend. Breath in, breath out. Lower back relax. Penny sensations with hips sideways loosened up. Extend. Breath in, breath out. Remember those sensations. And easy breathing, hands palm upward, breath in. Hand down, breath out. Upper arms, breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Right foot to left foot. Shift to bend, shift step a little bit. Okay. In China, if you see people doing Tai Chi, no one get hips replacement. That's funny, right? Because they always got the hips loosened up, extend, that go to circulation on here, on the hips. Now, when you toes on the floor, you feel support, you easy to feel hip position, need to be sideways, need to be tight, need to be straight up. You can feel that way, okay? We will work on that. If you really get that part, that step, you even have one for the support. You're able to get hips loosen up. You step, you easy to go to step that way. Okay, we'll continue work on that. And today's few people messed up, right? Then they don't have those information. What are you going to do? Next class, you guys tell them. Next class, the people today not here that don't know those information, right? That's important, right? Then tell them. Yeah. That's why when I was young, little in the school, I'm very worried about if one day I missed that class. If one day I miss class, I know that a lot of classes information I don't know. The people in the class, they all know that. That's why I never miss that class. Even I want, my mom said, Jane, not feeling good today, not go to school. No, have to go to school. That because I just worry about that. Yeah. Okay, today we'll stop here. So now, sideways, sideways. Good. Turning, double thumbs in the back. Arms, shoulders, double thumbs in the back. Good. Now shake your arms on the back. And sideways. Sideways. Okay, let's walk lower back, up, down. Side, center, up, down. Side, center, up, side. Good. Shake your arms. Turning, back straight. Head straight up. Taller, extension up, taller. Good. Bring hands upward. Breath in. Hands down. Breath out. Open arms. Breath in. Breath out. Stop today. Thank you. Next Saturday, no class. Okay? Yeah. 1st July. Yes. 250 years. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Bye. Same name, right? The pronunciation different, right? Or pronunciation same, spell different.